Okay, another item we got was this desk. It's a really old desk. It's from about 1870 to about 1900. And the reason I know it's from that year is when I pulled out the drawer here, it has the dovetails that are on the drawers are very unique. So I did a search for that style dovetail, and it's machine made. It was the first dovetail that was machine made, and they only used this from 1870 to 1900. It was invented in about 1860's, I believe, and they got a patent for it, and they started getting the machinery ready about 1870. They started making them. So this is a really old desk. It's about 120 to 150 years old, and someone has refinished it. You can tell because how dark it is inside here. They didn't refinish these parts here, and someone has replaced the lock at one time. I'm not sure what happened there, but there's been work done over the years to it. There's a lock for this one right here, but the lock is sticking out and we don't have the key for it, so I took it off of there. It has a little cubby holes inside of it. Here it has more like a file for larger items. And up here, more cubbies. Not sure what they would have in here, but you got that big space there. You got your drawers. This one did not have a lock on it, but you can see how the age on these drawers, they're really, really old. Someone put a screw on the back for a stop. It looks like maybe this was made to have more cubbies. Maybe they had several versions of it. It has a little slot here for these, like a divider. It's the same on this side, except for it has two slots. Maybe it had dividers, and depending on the configuration you ordered. Again, this one originally had a lock on it. You can see there was the hole for the lock. It still has a lock mechanism in there. And it's like a tapered kind of angled lock. It's a really old looking. This one, I don't think that's the original lock. They may have added that in afterwards, because you can see that lock doesn't fit in there just right. But this has had so many different modifications over the years. And see, that's why they put that screw on the back of this one as a stop. Because the drawers are a little smaller. And maybe these aren't even the original drawers. Maybe they had dividers in there originally. And it was modified for drawers. Really don't know. Could be. You'd have to look at the type of wood. It does have some damage. Here's a split where the wood has dried out. These little keyholes, escutcheon around the lock hole, are made of wood. And it's missing one on this side. In the back of this is a hidden chamber that you wouldn't know was there. If you look, the thickness of the desk here, the top, this is all empty space above here. Same in here. It's all empty space. There's no way to get to it. Also, there's remnants of a label right here. Maker's label. I do have to do some repairs on it too. There used to be a board that went across the back here to sturdy this up. You can see that's missing that board that goes from here to there. And the writing surface is missing. It should have an oiled canvas cloth here for the writing surface. Looks like at one time someone had some green felt. Someone had put a green felt on there. So I'll have to put a piece of old canvas on there. But when I first saw it, I didn't think it was that old. I thought it was old, but not 1870s old. But it is, it's very old. Also on the drawers here, they all have locks on them. And they have, it looks like the original locks. If you look at that, the way they fit in there, that's going to be the original lock. And you can see the darkness, the age on these drawers. And those style of dovetail joint. Also at the back of the drawers, they're pinned with dowels, or that's a similar dovetail joint to that. It could be the machine that in, those pegs, and then you just put the sides on. Also, there's square nails. I'm thinking that may be original to this. The heads are round, but if you look closely, that's kind of a square nail. And this is the bottom. You can see the saw marks where it was cut with a circular saw. So this is prior or after I believe it's 1850 or 1830 or something like that. They just used hand saws, and then later on they had circular saws, and I believe this has been cut with a circular saw because you can see that it kind of arches a little bit, those saw marks, the rough cut wood. And on the front here you've got the decoration. The hand pulls are hand carved wood, and it looks like oak leaves. I'm not sure what this is in the middle here, but these look like oak leaves to me. And these are all hand carved, where you put the key in. It takes a style of key that has a hole in it, so there's a pin in the middle there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there's a pin in the hole that the key fits over. And this would use, of course, a skeleton type of key. I'll take some of the other. This drawer has a little damage on the drawer pull. This is the top drawer, probably used the most. You can see all the dents and dings in the drawer over the years. Over the last 100 or so or more years, it's been used. Same, all the drawers look the same. There was nothing in the drawers when we got it. This is also missing one of the rails for the drawer to ride on. It should be one right here, and that's missing. I'm going to put that in there too. That's made of tulip poplar, these glides for the drawers. It's just a stick of tulip poplar stuck in there, which I have some tulip poplar, that's old barn wood. I'm going to fix that with. So you got 4 drawers. I believe this last one is split. One of them is split. That's must be this third one. Yeah, there's a split in it right there. Seeing it right here. It's split. Just over time, the wood shrinks and dries out. But it's a cool old desk, and I was lucky to find it. I just love old furniture. You can see the side of it here. And I'm not sure what type of wood this is made out of, to tell you the truth. I don't think it's oak. I think it's maple, maybe. Maple or something else. But the wood was very dark. It was probably like this here. And when someone refinished it, and it must have been refinished a long time ago, I'd say 50 or more years ago. It's been refinished because it's showing wear and tear on the refinish job. This is the other side. And you can see some of the original finish. Hopefully it's not too dark. I'm under here. I'll have to get a flashlight. You can see where they refinished it. Right up here. See the original finish near the top. They kind of left it all. That's what the original finish would have looked like after years and years, unless someone has applied a stain to it up there. I'm not sure, but that finish is different. What's down here? I'm almost thinking that's maple, just looking at the grain of it. I can get the lighting just right. Cool desk. I like it, so this is going to be my desk that I keep in my office. And what we're going to do, because it has that hidden area up here, so right above here and up, there's a hidden area. I'm not sure if it was done on purpose or accident when they built it, like they just didn't need that area. I'm thinking it was done on purpose, that there's a hidden area up here. We're going to pry this board off and we're going to see if anything is hidden in there. Alright, here we go. We're going to pull this back off. I don't think it'll take too much to get off of there. No, it pulled right off. All I did was push on it a little bit with the hammer. You ready for it? Oh, there's 3 compartments. Guess what? There's a little business card or something in there too. I didn't expect there to be 3 compartments in there. Isn't that cool? 3 hidden compartments. No Civil War money or guns or anything. There's a little piece of, it looks like wallpaper or something. This probably hasn't been open in quite a few years, but I'm pretty sure that was definitely not the original board on the back. What's that?
I think it was in a doctor's office.
Drugstore. Nashville, Tennessee.
1942.
1942.
That's what it says.
It says CY 1.5042 Brown Drugstore, Nashville, Tennessee. Here, I'll try to get it out of the glare so you can see a little better. Get out of that glare of the light. So this might have been in a drugstore in Nashville, Tennessee. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it was. Wonder how that ended up in there. What was that? What's this little paper here? See what that is?
Looks like wallpaper.
That's what I was thinking. It was wallpaper.
Because it has something silvery looking on it.
Uh-huh. Yep, I just dropped it. It smells.
I guess it would.
Yeah, it smells really old. It's definitely some wallpaper. You can see the print on it.
This might have been in a drugstore.
Look, it's 2 layers of wallpaper glued together. It has a print on this side and that side. Well, I was hoping to find some Civil War money or maybe some guns or some other valuables, jewels or something in there. Nope, no luck on that.
Where were you going?
See, the label's just white. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. This is a really old label. I think this went on a prescription bottle. Probably, because it has doctor, has number, and then it has doctor over here. And then it has the drugstore's name, Brown Drugstore. And if you look, there's the phone number, CY 2-3315. That's pretty interesting. They must not have had too many phones back then. There's nothing else on the back. I'm thinking it's a label that goes on a prescription. That's right up in here. Okay, I was thinking that this wasn't the original board just because of the way it was grooved out. And then she came over and she said, no, that's probably the original board. And I was wondering, why is there this big shiny area right here in the middle? And it looks like it has a paper label or something on it here. But then she suggested, well, they probably flipped this board around, which if you were to flip this board around, it would match the front, that big hole in the front. So that's, I'm sure that's what they did. When they were refinishing it, they must have turned that board around. And that's why you have this big shiny area here. That must be the original finish that was originally on the inside. And so that would make this the original board. And it should, instead of being this side out because of that groove, it should be that side out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just turn it around and nail it back up there in that direction, even though it won't fit into this groove like it's supposed to. But I could turn this around too, back the way it was supposed to be. Then they would groove together. I'm going to think about that for a while. But anyway, that definitely was turned around. You can really tell it now. And I'm not sure if it almost looks like maybe there was no shelf on the top back here. I'm thinking somebody added this in afterwards. This has probably been added in. I think originally this is the original surface right here. I don't think it was built with a secret area inside there. I think they added this in. These parts here. That little support. And originally it would just be, this would be the top of it right there. But it's kind of cool to know that there's like a little secret compartment in there. I'm thinking this may be plywood right here on top, and that's too new to go with this piece of furniture.